Hey, what's up, it's Bailey. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a new video. I'm using a new tripod. It's a really small one, again with my webcam. So we'll see how this works. For today's video, I am going to be doing a writing themed video, and I'm going to talk about how I get out of writing burnouts. I am not a professional writer. I don't write for a living or anything like that. So this is how I get out of writing burnouts as a part-time writer. This works for me. It might not work for you, but if you're looking for ideas or whatever, you've come to the right place because I'm here to give you some. Alright, number one is my favorite one. Embrace your burnout. I've read a lot of stuff on the internet that says, don't do that, right. But I find that that puts me, personally, into an even bigger burnout. So what I like to do is I kind of embrace my burnout and I take a break from writing and I just don't touch anything that involves with writing. Anything involved with writing, ever. I just throw it all away. And then I kind of pick a time where I think I'll be okay restarting my writing process, and I mark it down. I'm like, this is when I'm gonna start writing again, and usually by the time it comes around, I'm out of my burnout. So for example, I hit a really bad slump in November, and I was like, I'm not writing for the rest of the year, and it's January, and I cannot stop outlining my book. I have so many new ideas, I have so many scene ideas, I've just been writing down, jotting down ideas, and I'm just so excited to write again. Like, I'm just so excited to get this book done, and start writing it again, and fall in love with it again, and my burnout is cured. Of course, taking a break wasn't the only thing that cured my burnout, which brings me to my second point. Read. I started reading again, and I, in fact, read a book in one whole day. I read for the whole day, which is impressive because reading for me is really hard because I have a hard time staying focused and stuff, but I read a whole book in one day. And by the time I was done with it, I had so many creative juices running through me that I was like, I want to write. So I outlined for the rest of the day, and I outlined for most of the day after. So reading really just helped, like, it gives me new ideas and it makes me kind of want to write because I want to write something like this. This book is so good, I want to be that kind of author, I want people to fall in love with my story, yada yada yada. So number 2, read. Number 3, fall in love with your story again. You fall in love with your story when you started writing it, when you got the idea, then you probably fell out of love with it whenever you hit your burnout. So fall in love with it again. Figure out what you did in the beginning of your writing process that made you fall in love with these characters, fall in love with a storyline, or whatever, and do it again. For me, I'm such a nerd. I'm a video editor, so I was dumb and I fan casted my characters and I made a trailer, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And even though I've changed a lot about the characters and the face claims for my characters don't really work anymore, I cut a bunch of characters out that are in the trailer. Watching my trailer just makes me so excited to write it because I just love my trailer so much, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to write it now. So that's how I fall in love. I also kind of fall in love with my story by writing with my characters, just like writing dumb scenes. And like I pick a prompt and I'm like, I'm gonna write it with these characters, and then I write it, and it has nothing to do with the storyline at all. It's just my characters. And it also helps me get to know my characters a little bit better. But I love doing that, and that kind of helped me fall in love with my characters, and then the trailer helps me fall in love with my storyline. And yeah, so fall in love with your story again, however you did it before. Try to do that again. Try to replicate it. Just fall in love again. These next 2 points are kind of for, like, if your burnout isn't as bad as mine was, to the point, like, I had been writing every day, every month since, like, June, and it was just way too much. I needed a break. But this is if you kind of sense a burnout coming on and you kind of want to stop it. I suggest changing your scenery. This can also help writer's block, but we're not talking about writer's block. Writer's block and writer's burnout, 2 completely different things. I will be doing a video on writer's block soon, in the next coming months. I don't know when, but keep a lookout for it. I will have a video on writer's block. But anyways, back to the actual point. Change your scenery. I sit at my desk a lot, and moving to like my bed doesn't really do anything because I'm still in my room, but it kind of helps me, like, it changes my scenery. When I was at school, moving to my library would, like, oh, okay, I have a different scenery, whatever, and it kind of made me want to write again because I was like, I would people watch, and I would just have all these things around me that kind of just, like, gave me ideas. Like, I'd be sitting in the library and I'd be like, what if they had a scene in the library, and then I, like, write it like I'm there, whatever. Now I'm talking about my writing style. But change your scenery, it helps a lot. My last point is to clean up your workspace. My workspace is really dirty right now, but it doesn't matter because I'm moving back into my dorm soon. So it doesn't really matter now. But clean up your desk space. If it's not already clean, clean it up, and it's probably because, for me personally, the clutter on my desk clutters my mind because I'm like looking at it, and cleaning it up cleans my mind, and then I can focus on my story. Cleaning up your workspace is also a good thing for when you're like out of your writer's burnout to prevent you from getting into another one fairly quickly, at least for me. But yeah, that's 5 ways to cure burnout, or kind of to prevent it from happening, but whatever. This is what works for me. It might not work for you, but if you need some advice, you want some tips and tricks, then that's what this was. Please do not comment saying that this doesn't work. I'm sorry it doesn't work, but it works for me, and I just thought I'd make a video on it. But yeah, that's how I cure my burnouts. I'm so thankful that I'm out of my burnout now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button, and turn on that bell, if you want to. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!